Ah, yes, ancient Mesopotamia, birthplace of civilization, inventors of the wheel, masters of writing, and apparently, total experts at publicly humiliating their king. Every year during their big New Year's celebration, the Akitu Festival, a priest would drag the king into a temple, strip him half naked, yank his ears like a disobedient goat, and slap him across the face. Twice. And if the king cried, that meant the gods were pleased. Imagine the royal advisor explaining that one. Sire, it's time for your yearly beatdown. Try to sob a little this time. It's for the harvest. Chapter 2. The Akitu Festival. New Year Who Dis? So what exactly was the Akitu Festival? It was Mesopotamia's New Year's celebration, 12 days long, held in Babylon, full of rituals, processions, offerings, sacrifices, and probably more incense than a 2002 yoga retreat. But the crown jewel of Akitu? A completely bonkers tradition where the king, the most powerful person in the empire, got treated like a misbehaving schoolboy in front of the gods. Because nothing says Happy New Year like state-sponsored humiliation. Chapter 3. The Slap Heard Round Babylon. Here's how it went down. On day 5 of the festival, the king walked into the Isagila temple, the most sacred place in Babylon. Inside was a giant statue of the god Marduk. Think divine action figure, but less posable and more judgmental. The high priest then stripped the king of all his royal swag, robes, crown, jewelry. Off it all came. Then he pulled the king's ears, then slapped him, right in the face. Not once, twice, and not in a friendly bro hug kind of way. We're talking full-on divine disciplinary action. Imagine ruling an empire, only to get WWE'd by a man in robes once a year. Chapter 4. Why are we doing this again? You're probably wondering, why? Well, in Mesopotamian belief, the king wasn't just a ruler. He was the chosen middleman between humans and the gods. And the gods, especially Marduk, were constantly on edge. They thought the world was a teetering mess of chaos. Which fair? No air conditioning, no coffee, lots of snakes. So once a year, the people would hit the spiritual reset button. The king had to symbolically let go of his power, get humbled, humiliated, and broken down, so that he could be built back up again, this time with Marduk's cosmic thumbs up. And the tears, that was the key. If the king cried, it meant the ritual worked. Marduk was pleased. Crops would grow. The empire would thrive. If the king didn't cry, well, let's just say the year might include famine, invasion, or a citywide rat infestation. Chapter 5. Pressure's on, Your Majesty. Picture it. You're the king. You've survived wars, famines, and maybe even invented irrigation. Your beard is immaculate. Your crown is polished. You're ready to ring in the new year. But first, you've got a divine slap appointment. You step into the temple. Everyone's watching. You get undressed. Your ears are yanked. You get slapped. Your eyes well up. Is it working? And all of Babylon's like, come on, cry, you majestic bastard. Honestly, at this point, the king should have hired an onion specialist. Fetch me the royal onion. It's time to please Marduk. Chapter 6. The God Who Demanded Drama. Let's talk about Marduk for a second. He wasn't just your run-of-the-mill sky god. This guy defeated a chaos dragon named Tiamat and built the world out of her corpse. Basically, Mesopotamian mythology was one part theology, one part metal album. So yeah, if Marduk wants to watch his king get emotionally wrecked once a year, that's what's happening. And you'd better nail that performance. Babylon's fate depended on it. So the king becomes the world's most reluctant theater kid. Tears on cue or else. Chapter 7. Is this still a thing? You might think this ritual's totally extinct, but echoes of it are still around today. Modern leaders don't get slapped by priests, at least not publicly, but we do love a good ritual humiliation. Political roasts? That's a verbal Akitu. Celebrity apologies on live TV? That's a digital slap. Even New Year's resolutions are kinda Akitu light. You strip yourself of bad habits, cry a little inside, and hope this year goes better. Honestly, we still love watching powerful people squirm. The Babylonians just had the guts to make it an annual public event with slapping. So next time you feel embarrassed, Just remember, at least you're not the king of Babylon getting slapped in the face by a priest while your people chant tears, tears, tears. And if someone ever questions your leadership, just look at them and say, I'm not crying because I'm weak. I'm crying for the harvest. If you enjoyed this little slice of ancient awkwardness, leave a comment below and answer this. Would you cry if a priest slapped you in front of a giant statue? Or just type, Marduk made me do it? Thanks for watching. And remember, even the greatest rulers need a good cry now and then.